So here is how it goes. As most of you know, I'm a physician and an individual who does business. A businessman always thinks of profit and always thinks of to get something in return for the money he invests. And here I am, all these insurance agents keep coming to me just like they come to you. I'm not special. I do not know of any individual on the earth have never not met an insurance agent. A slight exaggeration, but you got the point I'm trying to make, right? There is an insurance agent every street corner you turn around. So it must be something good, something important, right? Because everybody else is buying it and everybody else is selling it. Then I started to learn, how does the insurance work? Okay, the insurance works by you giving somebody some money either every month or every quarter or every 6 months or every year. And if something bad happens to you, that is death, then your designated beneficiary gets some money. All of this makes sense and I understand. But then, correct me if I'm wrong, I always tell the insurance agent, what I'm hearing to say is that I am keep giving money, and if I don't die by a certain age, then that money has gone waste, correct? Because nothing happens. But if I die, then somebody else is going to get the money and I don't get any benefit. Now, there is a benefit of some of my loved ones will get some money, and that's the benefit. But as a businessman, it doesn't really makes a whole lot of sense to me that every which way I look at it, there is no way to recoup my investment while I'm alive. And I just haven't done anything in my life that I haven't recoup my investment when I made the investment while I'm alive. So this concept has been very difficult for me to digest. But then I dug deeper and deeper into it. And I said, there has to be a way that I still need to and can accomplish the mission. And the mission is, how do I take care of my loved ones when I'm not around? And my objective as an investor to be able to have the money that I'm giving not just go away and I never see it while I'm alive. And I figured it out. So we came about a product which is now widely available. As I always have told multiple times, multiple places, that all the ideas that I talk about on my show, in my book, in the social media, none of them are truly an original product. They are either copied, stolen, borrowed, heard from somebody else. I might have camouflaged it in a different words to make it understandable easier than the other way, but that's what I do the best. In any case, there's already a product. If we can structure a life insurance where we have a cash value to it, and as we put money in, and if we don't die by a certain age, we get all the money that we have paid back, plus some interest. And if we die during that time, our loved ones will get a larger chunk. Would that solve both the problems that I was having? You bet. So there is a product out there that you get your premium back, or your loved ones will get a significant amount of money when you are not around. Now that I can live with, and that I think you would also like it. So always look for that product when you go out to buy a life insurance where the money that you pay in comes back at some point in time while you are alive and not only the time you are dead. So that's the number one requirement. Number two requirement, and I wouldn't say necessarily a requirement, but if possible, you should look into it. I have been successful in doing that, and I'm not sure that this product is available across the board, but there are some insurance companies that if you maintain your health well, they give you a big break on your premium. In my case, I got a premium break of almost 35% if I regularly exercised, I maintained ideal blood pressure, I managed all these things and documented it. I maintained ideal body weight, I maintained normal BMR, I maintained normal cholesterol, I maintained normal blood sugar. All of these things had points. If I can collect 1,000 points, I get a platinum membership, and that platinum membership is reducing my premium by 35%. So I have found that insurance, and it is working great. It motivates me to exercise, it motivates me to keep good habits, and it reduces my premium. So just think about it, 35% reduction in premium is a huge benefit. So if you can find that kind of product, that's the product that I would strongly recommend to go with. The third point that I would like to discuss today is this age-old question: should it be a term insurance or should it be other form of insurance? And that includes whole life, flexible premium, all kinds of other insurances which are not term. And there is no one answer to this. If you just don't have enough money for investment, then you don't have a choice but to go with term insurance. If you have people who are dependent on you, and if something bad happens to you, i.e. death, then you don't have a choice, and you still have a desire to take care of the loved ones, then you don't have a choice but to have term life insurance. And if something bad happens, at least when you pass this world, you will have the satisfaction that you took care of your loved ones. But if you are in the more fortunate individuals who not only have money to insure themselves, but use an additional money to work as an investment, insurance is a very good form of investment when deployed properly. So get term life insurance if you have somebody else that you want to take care of, and if you don't have enough money to make investments. If you do have enough cash available on a regular basis, then you need to look at other insurances. Then you go to the point number one and point number two we discussed that will get you the right kind of insurance. The fourth question always comes is, well, how much insurance do I need? It is probably, again, an age-old question, and every salesperson will give you a different answer. Just remember, the bigger insurance you buy, the more commission he gets. But at the same time, you need to have enough money that is going to take care of your loved one when you pass away. The way I simplify everything is, I would think, if you are not there tomorrow, the way I simplify everything is, if you are not there tomorrow, how much money your loved ones would need to continue their life without an undue discomforts that normally comes in life when you don't have the money. And then multiply that amount by 10 to 15 times. The reason I say that is to provide perpetual benefit, you just can't have enough dollars that they can just withdraw every month. What you really need to do is you need to create a vehicle of investment that they can pull out of. And even Warren Buffett says the same thing as I'm going to suggest here in a second, that depending upon what you can afford, if you can take 10 to 15 times that money and then have a life insurance of that value when you pass away. So then let's say you determine that your loved one will need $100,000 to live on for the whole year. So 10 times to that is about $1 million, 15 times to that is about $1.5 million. So about $1.5 million is the insurance amount that you need. And what you really need to do, you need to explain to your loved ones that when you pass away, the money that they get, and if it's done properly, it will all be tax-free. And that money then needs to be put in a vehicle which only buys the market. So what that means is there is a stock called QQQ. So that money needs to go and buy QQQ in an account where there is no commission. So there are multiple companies that will offer that. So you put the money in there and then they withdraw what you want them to withdraw every month from that account. And if everything goes right, which more likely than not, this product on an average over a 10 to 20 year period will produce roughly 10% return. So now you get my point? If you had a $1.5 million, if it produces 10%, $150,000 a year, and you're only using $100,000 a year, you are still leaving $50,000 for any error of judgment in what will happen to the market. If you put $2 million, the increase in the premium would be bare minimum. Now you just made it more secure for your loved ones when you are gone, and you've taken care of them perpetually, because this way of investment is the right way to do it, but it does not require any management, it does not require anything, it will continue to grow. It will have bad years, it will have good years, but as long as the more insurance you buy, the more cushion you have, the less likely that your loved ones will suffer from not having enough money for them to spend. Then the next question comes is, okay, we addressed all these issues, when do I buy the insurance? Generally, it is not a great idea to buy insurance in early childhood. For some reason, the insurance tables have not been corrected to that extent because of the high infant death mortality. That insurance is still at a much higher level. But once you cross that initial years, and when you get into the teenage group, the higher the insurance you buy, the better it is, because it will grow. And I wouldn't buy term insurance for that, because that's stupidity to buy term insurance unless you're expecting death to occur, which generally we don't in a teenager. But if you can buy the other different kind of policies that I'm talking about, which will continue to grow, that will grow a huge amount till they are 60, 65 years old. And then you again